is that, of course, what I am really, really against of what Musk has said, around obviously one of our very long-standing members and also the Prime Minister himself. Those type of comments are not acceptable, and they've not been acceptable by what he said. And clearly, that is something that I think the United States will have to take up as a matter for them once there is a new president in a couple of weeks' time.
Which comments specifically? What is comments on Tommy Robinson? Which one specifically?
Well, the Tommy Robinson is even Nigel Farage that thinks it was a ridiculous idea. But the comments that I'm particularly concerned about are the comments relating to what a senior figure in the Labour Party has done as part of her role being a minister, and of course the abuse that he has tried to bring on Keir Starmer, which is completely and utterly unfound. This shouldn't be happening from the United Kingdom.
So the interesting thing about this story, when this Labour member is calling out Elon Musk because he's on the side of Tommy Robinson, the supposed person that cares about what the grooming gangs are doing in Britain, he's like, you have to be careful what you do. Okay, respectfully. Then why did they arrest you for this? This is alleged, of course.
You told this child that you was going to go and meet him.
That wasn't, because Stephen will be at work.
At 1 o'clock, you said that you was going to go and meet him at quarter to.
If we could. I don't know, trains, etc.
Yeah,
etc.
you see.
I don't know.
But wait, here's the slippery thing. You said you had no intention, but now you concede that actually, I might have been planning to take this child to meet Stephen. So you admit that that's what you were trying to do.
I don't know his age.
You know his age accurately. This child regularly.
If I knew his actual age,
this
and
child.
I didn't know that, then I wouldn't do anything. Obviously.
This child regularly told you that they were at school and they were doing school-related activities.
Yeah, but that's not the same as knowing age. I have never. I want to ask him what his age is, and I've never done that.
Yes, you did.
No, I have never done that.
Of course.
No, I have never done that. So I want to ask that question.
You've asked that question. I've read it. Clear and simple terms.
It's very interesting when people are calling out people for certain bad things, and then we found out that you are doing these things that you're saying that you're defending people against.
So you're talking about the comments about Jess Phillips, that she should be in prison, really? Yeah.
No, of course she shouldn't be. She's done more over the years in terms of safeguarding than probably anyone else in the United Kingdom.
And you say that, but why would she not? Well, why would she then not look to do even more and make sure that, in terms of an inquiry for the Oldham scandal, which in fact, I think it was in 2022 or 2019, there was actually some sort of inquiry, and it said that Oldham Council were not fit to, the councils were not fit to run the council, but she's turning it back to the council and suggesting that they should have an inquiry of their own.
That's true. That's true, Nana, about that, but also in 2022...
So the safeguarding minister, you would think that she would want a national or big inquiry into all of this.
Let me understand this correctly. You have a Jess Phillips, she's powerful, she cares about everybody. They're saying that she does more for everybody, especially the vulnerable people. And there is a council that they decided, or they come to the conclusion that it isn't fit. But for some odd reason, you're still using that council that you said that isn't fit to maintain the investigation. Well, do then a national inquiry, because they did a bad job, then do a super job. No, we're not going to do a super job, because the council that isn't fit already did a bad job when you yourself said they're not doing a good job. You're covering for yourself.
But just to say, in 2022, there was a full-on national document published. The Tory government had 20 proposals to it in that document, and none were taken forward by anyone in the Conservative Party. So that's a matter for
they're terrible as well.
Party.
No, they're terrible as well. Nobody's saying that they did a good thing, but it's all intertwined, isn't it? And now Jess Phillips is in charge. Now she's in charge and they're calling for an inquiry. Even Oldham Council themselves are calling for an external inquiry. And Jess Phillips says, no, do it yourself, sort of thing. I just don't understand that. And I actually think that if your actions result in consequences for other people, which if it's hurty words on Twitter, they'll be the first to tell you that will jail you, then I think if your actions, result in damage and pain to others, then maybe people should consider you being imprisoned. I mean, that's just what he was saying, really, I suspect.
I think it was more than that. He was trying to make case for himself, I think, rather than just talking about those issues from within the United Kingdom. And he can't do that, and that's not acceptable. It would be even more unacceptable if he was to become a serious and senior member in the President's United States come the 20th or 22nd of January.
And that is why Elon Musk retweeted a list of 50 people in the Labour Party that did exactly what he also did, which he is defending against while blaming Elon Musk without any clear evidence. This is alleged, of course. At least we have a list now that we can search on the internet, and some of them I can confirm they did what they did.
I think it was more than that. He was trying to make case for himself, I think.
If I knew his actual age,
This
and
child-
I didn't know that, then I wouldn't do anything.
And then somebody said, what about the conservative list? And then I would say, you don't understand the point. It doesn't matter if you're Labour or a different party. The fact that you're the party that says I protect people while making so many mistakes, I think you should be investigated. And if it was the other side, I would want that too. So anybody that is against the national inquiry, I find that suspicious, and I'm not surprised they arrested you for the same reason you told me you're defending me. People with dirt will cover for other people with dirt because they know that if they investigate everybody with dirt, you might be included. That's why you don't want the national inquiry.
Don't get me wrong, ako sa kita bong Puta fire na mi blonde kush hash purple skunk Criollo colombici jam jam Turlo keta verdeta welcome